Say, kids, what time is it? Ho, 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 ho. Well, howdy doody, kids, and howdy, Buffalo Bob. Well, howdy there, Mr. Doody, and boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go. It's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time. Let's sing howdy do. Say howdy doody do. Let's have a round again. On howdy doody here. It's time to start the show. So kids, let's go. Good going, kids. Yes, sir. And atta boy, Clarabelle. Hooray for Clarabelle, kids, because today he's right on time here with our big Halo shampoo carton. So that means that it's time for all of us to sing our Halo song. So here we go. Come on, kids. Halo, everybody, Halo. Halo is the shampoo that glorifies our hair. So Halo, everybody, Halo. Halo shampoo, Halo. Ho, ho, ho. Good, kids, good. And you know what we're going to see now? It's the special Halo movie about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Ho, 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 ho. Boy, I really like that movie. Well, kids, you know, things are getting back to normal around here in our circus. Gosh, Oil Well Willie fixed up everything once again, and Don Jose Buster is finally talking straight
amigo,
again.
¿cuándo se aldo?
Oh,
See,
hi.
I am Howdy Doody, and I'm thankful to you and Buffalo Bob,
Oh,
senor.
well, don't thank us, Don Jose, because after all, we're good friends of yours. I'm just sorry that you ever started talking backwards.
Oh, si, senor, it was my brother's fault. Phineas, he started playing tricks on, and then Well Willie, he ended up playing one on us, senor.
Yeah, gosh, that's right, boy. Oh, well, Willie, he was a smart old codger, wasn't he?
Oh, si, amigo.
Gosh, I wonder if we're ever going to see him again.
Oh, I hope so, because he was lots of fun, senor.
Boy, he was.
Oh, well, that was... Listen, senor, I will see you later. I just want to thank you, senor.
Oh, okay, Don Jose. Good luck, Don Jose.
Bye-bye, senor.
And kids, of course, you know, Phineas T. Buster, he's talking all right now again, too. And boy, I certainly hope this whole thing taught him a lesson. I hope it taught him not to play any more tricks because, you know, he started his whole business with that silly old giddy water fountain of his.
Yes,
And oh, hiya, Mr. Buster.
Yes, my boy, I guess it was all my fault. I'll never tell you any more fish stories about giddy water fountains again.
Well, gosh, I hope you mean that, Mr. Buster.
I do, Howdy, absolutely I do, and I hope that I never meet Oil Well Willie again.
Yeah.
I don't want any more of that boogleberry water. Ever.
Yeah, well,
Never again.
Mr. Buster, if you don't ask for trouble, then maybe you won't get any trouble.
Yes, I guess you're right, Howdy.
And where did it get you, Mr. Buster? You tried to run off with my $1,000 and
See?
you tried to take over my circus.
Yes, but I
See?
failed. I guess it'll never ever be the Bluster Brothers circus.
Oh, now, Mr. Buster, don't feel bad about it. After all, we can still be friends. And anyway, Mr. Buster, I've got some good news for you.
Oh, you do?
Real good news.
Well, what's the good news, my boy?
Well, now, look, Mr. Buster, you and Dilly Dally and the Flubba Dub and I,
Yes?
well, we're all... Come here, Mr. Buster. I'll whisper in your ear.
Yeah,
we're
go
all
ahead, yeah.
going to go on some
Ooh. Yes.
Why do you like that?
Really, Howdy? Oh,
Yes, sir,
honestly?
boy.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Isn't that
Sensational. Why, that's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Oh look. Tell me again.
Well, all right, Mr. Buster.
Why?
Kids, would you excuse me a minute, kids, for whispering, but...
Yeah, pardon
See,
me.
there's one person here that isn't supposed to hear about this. Now listen, Mr. Buster.
Yes, go ahead.
You and Dilly Dally and
Yes?
the Flub and I, we're all going to be in a very
Oh.
special thing.
Oh, that is wonderful, Howdy. But what is Clarabelle going to say?
Well, I don't know. You see, Clarabelle isn't included in it, but... Well, gosh, there's nothing very much that I can do about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Say, Clarabelle, for heaven's sakes, what's eating you? Clarabelle, what what are you ripping up that newspaper for? Clarabelle, why do you tear the newspaper? What are you so excited about? What's the matter with you? What are you so excited about, Clarabelle? Well, gosh, Buffalo Bob, Clarabelle seems to know all about it already, so, gosh, I might as well tell you and all the kids. Now, kids, starting a week from next Sunday, a large number of the Sunday newspapers in our television cities are going to start carrying a Howdy Doody comic strip. A Howdy Doody comic strip. Kids, did you hear that? A Howdy Doody comic strip in some of the Sunday papers. Well, that's great, Howdy.
Oh, it's wonderful, marvelous, my boy. Oh,
Well, yeah,
really
you see,
marvelous.
except for one thing now. I told you, Mr. Buster, that you and Dilly Dally and the Flub and I, well, we're going to be in the comic strip, but
Yes.
But Clarabelle, I'm afraid Clarabelle is not going to be in the comic strip with us. Clarabelle, now, wait a minute. Is that so? Wait a minute. Aren't you going to be in the comic strip? You're not going... Now, look, calm down, please, a minute. Here, now, Clarabelle. Now, hold it a minute, Clarabelle. Howdy, tell me, why won't Clarabelle be in the comic strip? Well, you see, it's very simple, Buffalo Bob, but... Gosh, I don't think there's very much we can do about it. You know, somebody has to draw the pictures for the comic strip so the kids can see all of our adventures. Well, we found two wonderful artists named Milt Neal and Chad Grothkopf. And they're going to draw all the pictures. The pictures of Dilly Dally and Mr. Buster and the Flubadub and me. But they won't draw any pictures of Clarabelle. Oh, they won't. Oh, well, Clarabelle, why won't they draw any pictures of you? Now, listen, will you be quiet, please? I don't understand this. Why won't they draw any pictures of you, Clarabelle?
Here's why.
What? Well, who are you?
Milt Neal, Bob.
Oh, Milt Neal. Well, wonderful. What is this, Milt?
Well, Bob, I painted this thing about 2 years ago. I
Yeah?
spent an awful lot of time on it. Hours, days, minutes.
Beautiful.
Gosh, Buffalo Bob, I spent so much time on it, and then this clown came along and sneaked up into my studio and painted these horns, this mustache,
Clarabelle.
and so forth on it.
Why, you painted the original Mona Lisa.
Well, that's just about it, Bob.
My gosh, the original Da Vinci Mona Lisa.
Well, yeah.
Isn't that a beautiful painting? And Clarabelle, did you put the mustache and the glasses and the beard and the horns on Milt Neal's beautiful drawing here? You ruined this gorgeous painting with mustaches, you silly clown. Milt, that's terrible.
Yeah, Buffalo Bob, when they asked me to draw the pictures of the Howdy Doody comic strip with the rest of the characters, we said, okay, but we won't draw any pictures of Clarabelle. Look what he did to my beautiful drawing. Look what he did.
Gee, Milt, I know how you feel about it. And don't you stamp at Milt either, you silly clown.
Look what you did to my painting.
Clarabelle, look right now. Don't you stamp at Milt. Now, this is a gorgeous... Milt, I'm very, very sorry. I never knew that you did the original Da Vinci painting. Isn't that gorgeous? And to think that he... Well, look, will you do me a favor? Clarabelle, you silly clown. Would you do me a favor, Milt? Would you show me and would you show all the kids here just what the Howdy Doody comic strip is going to look like?
Of course, Bob. I'd be glad to draw anything for you, but
Wonderful.
I won't draw any pictures of Clarabelle.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you,
Absolutely
Milt.
not.
I wouldn't draw any
No,
either.
Bob.
Because when I think of the hours, oil painting takes a lot of work, doesn't it?
Oh, days on end.
And when you make things like that, and then for a silly clown to put glasses on like this,
I'm saying, Bob, it really is nothing.
and a beard.
Bob,
That is
Bob.
Yes,
Hey,
ma'am.
what's this?
That's your seltzer bottle. Watch out, Milt. Duck. Oh, no. Clarabelle, you silly clown. What's the matter with you? Ooh.
Oh, well, I guess Clarabelle doesn't like Milt. And Milt doesn't like Clarabelle, Howdy. But I guess the comic strip will be lots of fun without Clarabelle anyway, Howdy. But I do hope that Milt, well, I'll hope he'll come back and make some funny pictures for us.
Oh, gosh, I certainly hope he will.
Yes.
Maybe if we lock Clarabelle up in his room.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea, Howdy. You silly clown. Go away, Clarabelle. Go away and get lost, will you, please? This lovely painting that he ruined. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that silly clown. And if there's anything I hate after all these years, it's seltzer bottle all over my face and all over my hair. Oh, gosh. But say, Buffalo Bob, do you know what I heard? I heard that more and more kids are having their hair washed with Halo shampoo. Say that again, Howdy. Oh, I said with Halo shampoo. And boy, it sure is good, Mr. Smith, because you see, kids, Halo hasn't got any stingy old soap in it. Oh, boy, no, sir. And it does such a quick, easy job of getting your hair clean that, well, boy, oh, boy, kids, you like having your hair washed with Halo. Yes, sir, kids, Howdy is right. Because, you know, boys and girls, Halo leaves no soapy film. It really glorifies your hair. Yes, sir. Well, now, listen, kids, don't you worry a bit about Clarabelle. We're going to take care of him later. You just remember about Halo shampoo, because Halo shampoo, kids, really glorifies your hair. So now, look, you little fella, and you little girl, and you little sweetie, and all you kids out there at home, you be the very first kid in your block to get your mom to get you Halo. So, Halo, everybody, Halo. Halo shampoo, Halo. Yes, sir. What'd you think of that Clarabelle?
Look at Clarabelle, look at Clarabelle.
What did you think of him putting glasses on that beautiful drawing? Yes, sweetie, you come over here and you talk to me. What happened, sweetie?
Clarabelle was over there.
Yeah, well, Clarabelle's probably planning another trick, but don't you worry a bit about him, will you? Don't you worry about him, because you know, boys and girls, what we're going to do today. You know, every now and then I get a nice letter from boys and girls in different parts of the country. And I received a letter today telling me that today, for the very first time, we're having boys and girls watch our Howdy Doody show in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 more cities. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
So we'd like to say hello to all you wonderful boys and girls in Greensboro, North Carolina, and in Charlotte, South Carolina, and in Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Nashville, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Florida, St. Paul and Minneapolis, Minnesota, Davenport, Iowa, Omaha, Nebraska, Kansas City, Missouri, Ames, Iowa, and Huntington, West Virginia. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
So all those boys and girls are watching the Howdy Doody show for the very, very first time today. So we're very happy. And what do you think we ought to tell those boys and girls who are watching the show for the first time? About that silly Clarabelle?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How about this little fella? Sonny, you stand up here. Tell me, what is your name, little boy?
Johnny.
Johnny. All right, Johnny, what would you like to tell all these new boys and girls about that silly Clarabelle?
I'd like to tell them that it squirts the seltzer bottle all the time.
He always squirts that silly
Yeah.
seltzer bottle all over my face. What are you doing? Clarabelle, look, Clarabelle, look, you know very well that you can't get back. I mean, I'm not your friend anymore. Forget it. You mean you were bad before and you want to be nice now? You know you can't play that thing anyway, Clarabelle, so why don't you take it... All right, I'm going to see if you can play something. Now, wait a minute, Clarabelle. I get my set of bells here. I'm going to play 3 bells, and I'm going to see whether you could find those 3 notes on the xylophone. All right, now you listen. Try to find those. No, wait, Clarabelle. Now listen. Try to hit these 3 notes. Listen, Clarabelle, listen. Try it. Hey, very, very good, Clarabelle. Do you happen to know what song that is? What is it? Ha-ha! Yes, sir, kids, and Clarabelle is right. It's the song for the big 3-in-1 Three Musketeers! Yes, sir, kids, Clarabelle was right for once. So come on, let's all sing our wonderful Three Musketeers song, and you kids join us, will you please? All right, here we go. Come on now. Oh, 1, 2, 3,
big, big, big. 1, 2, 3, big, big, big. 3 big pieces in some candy trees that can be big. So let's sing 3 big cheers.
What, kids?
For the big 3 musketeers.
Yes, sir, good, boys and girls. Well, you know, you kids actually told us the wonderful story of the Three Musketeers yourselves when you just sang that. Because 3 big pieces for 3 times the candy-eating fun. And here, kids, is what you look for when you're at your favorite candy counter. That famous Three Musketeers wrapper. And remember, 3 big pieces, and it costs only a nickel for the biggest and the very best in candy-eating fun. So you remember that, kids, will you? And oh, the doorbell. Somebody's at the door. I wonder who this is. Oh, I wonder who it is. Hello? Well, you're back again.
I'd like to have you meet my friend Chad.
How are you?
Oh, this is Chad Growcup. Well, good to see you, Chad. Milt.
Well, it's good to
I'm
see you,
awfully
Robert.
sorry that you nearly got squirted there by Clarabelle. Please forgive me, will you,
That was
please?
awful close,
Yes,
Bob.
now, you're back here, and you and Chad are going to be doing the comic strip. Kids, would you like to see 2 real artists at work and see just exactly how they draw the comic strips that we see Sundays in the paper? All right, well, go ahead. Suppose you draw some pictures for us now, would you?
Put them together, huh?
All right, now, let's see which one of you kids can be the first one to tell me. Who are they drawing now, kids? Howdy Doody. Yes, sir. That is Howdy Doody himself. Ah, very nice and very nicely done there, fellas. Now, don't forget, kids, that's a week from this coming Sunday. You watch your Sunday paper, and let's hope that you'll see our little pal Howdy Doody in it.
He's drawing Howdy.
Ah, very nicely done. I beg your pardon?
Autograph and give it to the children.
Autograph it and give it to one of the kids. Well, I'll be very, very happy. Here, we'll put down Howdy Doody and Bob Smith. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give this to one of the boys and girls after the show. We'll have a little contest or something. All right, fine. Okay, now let's
Now we're
let's
gonna
see
draw,
what. Now wait.
Flub-a-dub.
Flub. All right, the flub. Okay, now watch, kids. This is the flub-a-dub coming to life. You see the flower pot there, kids? Gee, I'm glad that Clarabelle won't be in the comic strip. Aren't you, kids?
It was flub-a-dub.
And the cat's whiskers.
And the little cat's whiskers. How do you like that, kids? Isn't that wonderful? Oh, that's great. All right, fellas. We'll autograph that a little bit later, and we'll give it to some of the boys and girls after the show.
Now, what would you like, Bob?
Let's not tell who this one is, and let's see which one of the kids is first to tell us, okay? All right, now, wait a minute, kids. Well, it might be. It could be somebody else, though, you know. Could be Dilly Dally, because Dilly Dally's going to be in, too. Who do you think it is? Yes, you were right. This is Mr. Bluster coming to life. Ah, yes, sir. Now, you kids, you'll be looking for Mr. Bluster and for Dilly Dally and Howdy Doody and all the gang in your Sunday paper a week from this coming Sunday.
What happened to Dilly Dally and flub-a-dub?
Atta boy, Mr. Bluster. Okay, Milt. And now, who do you think this one's going to be, kids?
Dilly Dally!
Dilly Dally is coming up right now. Yes, sir.
Dilly Dally.
Say, you fellas, you've done this before, haven't you, fellas?
A little
Couple
bit,
of them.
Bob.
Yeah, I thought so. I could tell there, Milt. Huh? Ah, that's wonderful.
Bob's Dilly Dally. Bob's Smith.
There is our little pal Dilly Dally. Well, that's wonderful, fellas. So then these are the 4 fellas who are going to be in the comic strips. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, but not Clarabelle, right?
Oh, yeah, we're going to put Clarabelle and Bob.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
we
Listen,
decided
kids.
to.
We've just been playing a joke on Clarabelle, Bob.
you are gonna put Clarabelle in anyway.
We've drawn Clarabelle here, you see.
Oh,
And we've
right
actually
back
drawn
here.
Clarabelle.
Where's Clarabelle?
Clarabelle don't know it,
Oh,
Bob.
I see.
He's
Well,
in
look,
the strip.
Tell you what, let's do, Milt and Chad. Let's have a little more fun with Clarabelle, huh? Now look, he put a mustache on your painting, didn't he?
Right.
All right. Now look, I've got a mustache right here, and let me put this on Clarabelle right like this. See? Now we'll have some fun with Clarabelle. He had fun with us. So we're gonna put a great big mustache on him there. How's that, kids? Now, don't say anything. All right. Clarabelle. Oh, Clarabelle. Clarabelle, look, I've got some news for you, Clarabelle. Clarabelle, I've got good news for you. You know we got a surprise for you. You are going to be in the comic strip after all.
Right.
Isn't that good? Yeah, now don't get too excited. Clarabelle, do you want to look? Look, Clarabelle, look. How do you like that? How do you like that, Clarabelle? That was a good joke. Gee, Chad, thanks a million for telling us. You'll be this after all. Uncle Bob, what's that? Oh, the seltzer bottle. Stop, fellas. Stop.
So long, Bob.
So long, Bob. So long, fellas. Stupid clown. Clarabelle, you silly thing. What's the matter with you, Clarabelle? It was just a joke. You're going to be in the thing anyway. You're going to be in the comic strip, and there's not going to be a mustache on. I just did that to be silly. Oh, you can play a joke, but nobody can ever play a joke on you. Ugh. Howdy. Look at this silly clown. And you realize poor Milt? Poor Milt almost got hit with a seltzer bottle a second time. You silly clown. Now go and start a movie for us in the scope doodle. Hurry up. What's the matter? Start a movie. Oh, you're in the comic strip now. You don't have to do any more work on the show. Well, all right, go away. Milt! Go on, get out of here, Clarabelle. Milt.
Yeah, Bob.
Would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Kids, would you like to see how they... Get out of here, Clarabelle. Get out. Get lost, please. Kids, would you like to see how they make movies in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Milt, do you think you could show us how they draw an old-time movie?
Oh, I think so, Bob.
All right, now you watch, kids, and Milt Neal is going to show you just how we make an old-time movie. Now watch, kids. Now watch. Watch what we're going to do here. And don't forget now, you boys and girls, you're going to be seeing the Howdy Doody comic strip a week from this Sunday in many of our television city papers. Old time movie. Oh, that's wonderful, Milt. And kids, there is the old time movie. Thanks very much, Milt Neal. And Chad Growthcup. Good luck to you fellas, and we'll be seeing you in the funny papers. Well, now, kids, here we have a movie today of the Smith family. And I think you remember our pal Jimmy Smith. See, our pal Jimmy Smith has invited over his brother, and his brother came over with a lot of dogs, and he's going to do a lot of tricks. Now, this is one of the tricks that he does. He puts a little doggy into a machine, and he grinds it up, and what do you think comes out? Hot dogs, that's right. Ah, yes, sir. Oh, look, see, he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, kids. Tricks like, little silly old flower, and when people go to smell the flower, he presses the bulb and the water shoots out. Just like Clarabelle. He's a skinny type Clarabelle, this fella. So now he's going to do another act here with a little kitty. And actually, the cat wasn't supposed to be there. The cat came out too soon. So Jimmy is trying to call the cat. He says, Kitty, come on out here. He says, look, I've got some nice fresh salmon for you. And, of course, that got the cat. So now they're watching him entertain. They think it's very funny. Little Bobby, she came out on the stage too early, too.
We got cats, too.
Look at those cute little doggies. Aren't they cute?
We got cats.
So she says, forward, march! jumps through the hoop. And the little doggy jumped in there backwards. Did you see that? That's a pretty good trick. Bobby went to take her little bow, and the little doggy came out and happened to knock her over. And everybody says, ha, that's a wonderful show. Now watch. Now, little Bobby is holding this very expensive vase, and there's a little fly on her leg, and it's starting to itch her. She can't scratch it, of course, because she needs both her hands to hold that face. Or is it a vase? What is it? Oh, it's nothing. It's shambles. Well, kids, it looks like that's all the time for the movie we have today, but we'll be showing you the rest of it someday real soon. You know, movies are fun, aren't they? Do you like movies, Sonny? Oh, you betcha we all like movies. But you know, kids, something else that's fun, too. As a matter of fact, boys and girls, here is something that's not only fun, but it's 3 times the fun. It's our big 3 Musketeers. And I'm going to let this little boy right next to me try it. But first, kids, I want to show you something.
I know.
Now, when you take that wrapper off a 3 Musketeer bar, oh, boy, then the real fun starts. Because now watch, kids, how it breaks into 3 pieces. 1, 2, and 3. Ah, yes, sir. And now, how about this little fella? Come on, Sonny, you just taste that delicious, tempting, pure milk chocolate coating. And then inside, that good, rich cocoa nougat. And it's all so delicious. And all, of course, means all 3 big, delicious pieces. So now, kids, you remember that it only costs a nickel. So, boys and girls, you remember, when you want the biggest and the very, very best in candy-eating fun, then you look up Kids and get the Big 3 Musketeers. Oh, gosh, kids, there goes the cuckoo. Well, it's time to go. Oh, hi, Inspector.
Hi, Howdy. Hey, say, look.
Yeah, what?
Look over there.
Oh, gosh. What's coming down?
What?
On Clarabelle.
What? Well, look, that...
Well,
you know
for
what that is? That's the Featherman's headdress.
The Featherman's headdress. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I wonder what that means.
NBC Television.